And we're back. Vadim, the CBD professor from cbdschool.com, your school to learn all about cannabidiol. Today's video deals with the topic of what is the right CBD concentration for me to buy. So pretty much anytime you go to a website or a store that's selling CBD, you're going to see different concentrations in terms of the milligram content of CBD in each bottle. So common sizes are like the smallest would be like 250 to 300 is usually the smallest bottle, and then they go all the way up to 1,000, 2,000, 1,500. You'll see probably some 750. Usually they top off at around 2,000, 3,000. As far as the highest concentrations. I was inspired to make this video because I had a question from a viewer that emailed me, and she was asking what's the right one for me to pick based off what she wants to use it for. So I think what I want to address the confusion here is that the concentration in the bottle does not pertain to the dose. So what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter what concentration you buy, you can always take the same dose. The concentration simply, and is reflective of the cost, is just more CBD in that bottle. It'll also be a bigger bottle. But really, it's the dose is up to you. Now, what might vary in those different concentration bottles is how much in the dropper, because the concentration of the oil is different in the liquid, the concentration in the dropper might be different. For example, in the small bottle, one dropper might be 10 milligrams, where in the bigger bottle, one dropper might be 25. And that's just because the concentration in the liquid itself of CBD is larger. But even if that's the case, as long as you carefully read the serving size on the bottle, which all CBD brands have that listed, you can make sure you're taking the dose that you want. The only reason to buy a higher concentration CBD bottle is if you know you want more of it. That's it. There's no there's no other real benefit other than if you know you're going to be taking larger doses. Then you would have the benefit of a more concentrated dose every single time if you already know you're going to be taking larger doses. What I would recommend you do is, if you're brand new to CBD, you start with a small bottle, because then you can figure out what's the right dose for you. And if you find that your dosage is on the higher end, like perhaps you like taking doses of somewhere between 25 to 50 milligrams at a time, then you could seek out the higher concentration bottles, because those will give you more CBD, obviously, and then also bigger doses each time because they're more concentrated. So what I wanted to clarify for you is that when you get when you're shopping for CBD and you see there's these different concentrations and you're not sure which one is the right one for you, just keep in mind that it's just simply the higher the concentration, the more the CBD it contains. And you're probably you should be getting a price break as well too. When you're buying from a company, the more you buy, they'll give you a discount per milligram on the CBD, and you can easily figure that out just with simple math. Just dividing the milligrams into the price, you can easily figure that out, what you're paying per milligram. But the main thing to remember is the concentration doesn't matter as much as the dose. The dose is really where you want to figure out what's the right dose for you to treat your symptoms. And as I and many other people in the cannabis world recommend, you just start with a low dose and slowly work your way up. You don't want to take a big dose right away and have some kind of side effect that you don't like. Although CBD is safe to take, it can have side effects as well as drug interactions. So you always want to start with the lowest effective dose and find the lowest effective dose for your symptoms. So I hope that answered that question for this viewer who emailed me, and for anyone else that was confused about the concentrations. If not, let me know how I can clarify this for you further. And as always, for CBDschool.com, this is Vadim signing off. Thank you for watching.